Hello, this is Iron Bill. I'm back again with another video, and I'm going to show a little PvP play. And the reason for that is I'm liking the changes that I'm seeing in the current matchmaking, and that is that if I have to go and get a pinnacle at times, it's not too bad. So I know it's faint praise, but the truth is it's getting better, and it's a tolerable thing to do. Not my favorite, never will be, but it's a tolerable thing to do, and it even lends me to thinking that I might start trying to set up some PvP builds, so that I can be a bit more successful. If I'm going to spend more time in it, I might as well commit a little bit more time to it. And Destiny Item Manager, I don't know if you ever mess with it, allows you to save loadouts, and that's something I need to work on. But one of the things I guess I want to talk about tonight is my loadout. Obviously, I'm still using the Arc Warlock. I was finishing up all my pinnacles on that. You can see my distribution of stats here. Basically, I'm putting it all into resilience like you would in PvE. This, of course, gives you the highest amount of damage resistance. My recovery is not real great, but Warlocks recover fairly quickly, and I do have the wells. So I'm willing to compromise on that and go a little bit more on intellect. In a perfect world, on a perfect PvP setup, I'd have at least two 100 categories here, either in mobility or discipline. Probably wouldn't build into intellect specifically. It's just how I did it for PvE. So I'm just taking it in. Anyway, the guns I'm going to be using today are going to be the Ammit, which I crafted. I want to talk a little bit about that one. It has incandescent, triple tap, high caliber rounds, and full bore. Now its range is 91, which is really good for an auto rifle, but that doesn't mean that it's going to reach across the map. Okay, that doesn't mean that at all. Its aim assistance is 49. Stability is immaterial at 35. I'm on mouse and keyboard. That doesn't matter. Handling is 41. Not the best, but it is a solid performer, and a lot of people have likened it to Year 1 Destiny 2 450 auto rifles. And it's also fair to say that 450s are not meta, so I'm definitely flying against meta right now, but this is a solid offering if you like auto rifles. It's a great PvP or PvE setup, and I got some satisfying explosions with the Firefly aspect of it, so or incandescent. It's essentially Firefly. The other thing I used was the Pizzicato submachine gun, and my role has rangefinder, Eye of the Storm, armor piercing rounds, and I went with small bore. The handling is 71 on that, which is very good. Range is 15, and what I wanted to look at there was the zoom, which is 14. Now there are one or two submachine guns with a 15 and zoom factor, but 14 is pretty solid. So this thing does have reach. Now, if I'd put on mods for aim assist and such, which I didn't do, I put on a targeting adjuster, but I did not do any unflinching targeting or anything like that on the mods. Once again, I'm going to have to work on that. But I'm going to go ahead and roll this, and you'll see the gameplay, and I'll make some commentary on it as we move along. I want to speed this up a little bit because that doesn't matter. We're on Rusted Lands. I got this so much today. Rusted Lands. It's an okay map. I mean, it's okay. Alright, so with skill-based matchmaking, you saw it was 1.56, something like that. I think it has me rated at 1.3. It's KDA, not KD, by the way. That's kills and assists. So, I decided to pop on over. Now, my strategy with this machine gun was, of course, to get into the mix and see how it would do. So, we're set up well. We've got a shield, and we've got my well there, and then he just melts me with a funnel web. And I think, oh, I cannot get inside of that guy's range with that funnel web. I'm going to have to actually play the edges a little bit more than I thought. It is a 450. You will get outdueled by a good submachine gun roll. You can't get inside of that range because they have far less than a second TTK compared to probably right around a second or 1.2 for this auto rifle. The thing this auto rifle brings to the table is range and consistency. It is a solid performer. Now we've got 3-on-1 here. He gets 2, and then I do a little swipe there, and he kind of jumped a little bit there, as in it looked like the frame stuttered, and he jolted to the side. But anyway, I finished him off with the submachine gun, the Pizzicato, like I should have. This guy was distracted, didn't see me, and we got into a melee duel, but since I got off first, I won. Now I'm going to back up and get reset, because I had a little damage on me there, and I didn't know what the enemy team was bringing in. And with the auto rifle as the primary that I'm trying to use, I don't really want to try to get inside of the range of the submachine guns, which I'll demonstrate here again in a moment why you don't want to do that. Now there's somebody in there. It's the fellow with the funnel web. He's hit me with grenades, so I'm full health now, and I just don't pay attention. That radar, he's on my left, and he just melts me. Same guy. Now that's what I get for stomping in there without looking at my radar, and it, you know, lesson learned. So I'm thinking, all right, let's take a different angle here. Let's see what the team does. I don't have very many team members around, and it's starting to look pretty red on the radar, and they're going to collapse on me, and I know it. So I back up to reset and come on up here, and apparently the guy on the right is doing all right. We've got the zone. I'm going to come up the middle here. Then someone's going to jump over from the left side, I think, is what winds up happening. And I jump up to break the line of sight. Probably a good thing, because you saw his feet there. There he is. And I would have killed him, but I think the shoulder charge ultimately did it. No, it says I got it. Alright, so again, you see my loop here. Is what I'm doing is I'm getting a kill, then backing out and resetting if I take any damage. I'm trying to play around team members, hold zones. I know somebody just came out under here or is about to. And if I'd gone for headshots, I would have done well. If I'd thrown the grenade in the other corner, I would have done even better. He's right there, and I know he's just waiting for me to come in with a shotgun, and I'm not going to do it. So that's a second guy, I believe. There were 2 guys there, and so I got an assist on the one guy, but the Warlock is still there and just killed my buddy, I think is what happened there, and I get him. So, time to reset, because they've obviously got enemies on B, probably at least 2, based on the speed in which it went, and my teammates are collecting on it now, but I still, as quickly as they're going down, I'm thinking, no, I'm not crossing that just yet. These guys are getting popped by something, and I keep looking to the right because I know on the radar I can see that they're starting to show there, and that guy got killed mid-jump, and I'm starting to get popped by the other guy, and it feels like a hand cannon, but it could be something else. It looked like a scout killed the other guy. So, waiting for the move here, they don't make it, and then this guy does a solo super, and there's not a thing I can do about that. You know, I get a couple solar supers on me in this match. You know what? That just happens, and there's really not much of a defense for it unless I happen to, you know exactly what it's going to happen. I couldn't have, with what I had, I couldn't have shot him out of it anyway. I mean, it was just, I was done. The second he came over that wall, I was done. Okay, so that guy's trying to head glitch, but I'm trying to defend A because I know they're bound to want to come for it, and there are a bunch of guys out there trying to make the move. They don't quite know how to push in just yet, and but they're persistent, and you can just every now and then you can see that head just pop right there, and I'm just going to back in and out here, try to bait him in. I think he comes in just a second, and I toss a grenade. Yep. Probably should have led with that before. That pushed him back out, and then I won the duel. And I need to reset. I've got my super. I need to let my health regen. We're starting to close in on the red. I think, okay, here comes their push. They heard that, but it's too late for this guy and this guy. Now there's a guy to the left, but the guy on the upper right was my priority because he was the one that was taking the angle on the A door, and apparently I was right because he, if it tells me he got shut down, I mean, he was on a streak. Alright. Still defending A. They still want to come for it. It's the only zone we have. I have to hang here. We can't let him triple cap. We're already down. And that guy took enough damage. He backed up. But now I'm hit. The other fellow stepped in. And they're going to attempt to take A, and then they get supered off of it. Now I'm not going to let this guy off the hook. Although I got the assist on that. But he had to keep moving or I would have melted him with the submachine gun. That was probably about the extent of the Pizzicato's range right there. I wouldn't try to take it much farther than that. And I will say this season, there are a lot of great submachine gun options. You got the Pizzicato, you've got, oh, let me have a look here. I like the NOD, is pretty solid. In fact, the NOD, if you look at the zoom on that, that has a 15. And so NUD is good. The funnel web is still good. The out of bounds has a lot of great rolls. I mean, this frees up. You could either run, you could build around a primary, or you could build around an energy, and you'd be okay either way. So, yeah. Anyway, I got a couple good options both ways. So, I'm finding also that I do better with submachine guns than shotguns for whatever reason, and maybe I just need to practice. That guy had no plan but to come straight at us. He must have had a super ready to go or something. I don't know. Because he walked into a bunch of us there, and that just had no hope. Alright, so we've regained the lead. We've got a little bit of momentum. And I'm trying to shoot from across the map. I'm testing the range of this gun, by the way. That guy jumped across too fast for me to get a hold of him. There's one here. Now, check this out. There's a guy who just stands here. And then all of a sudden he just explodes. The shield disappears and he explodes. Now, I got him. I got the credit for it. I don't know if someone else hit him and my bullet was just the finisher or what. I'm not really quite sure. And then that guy, kind of the same thing. Oh, it's the same guy. Poor fellow. Poor fellow. It is awful to get killed by the same guy, like, within 10 seconds. Alright, so we're well under control here. I haven't taken this angle just yet, but there's a guy up there in the door, I think. Our guys make for the doorway after they clear it out. Did you see that explosion? I've had a few of those already. Alright, so I jump up here and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to team shoot with these guys. And just before I go in there, they get hit with a grenade and get blasted out there. I thought, nope, none of that for me. And peel back out here, look around, because I figure this C guy is going to come this way. We've got A under control. And boom. That's it. That's the match. And he does come over the top, but I figure I'm not going to get sniped. I really hate to die in the last seconds of a match. I really hate to. And it doesn't matter. We've already won. And, you know, for me, this is a good match. And I guess the thing that I would point out about this is that for the last year, this was not possible. You would not see this kind of a result. I wouldn't see this kind of a result because I was thrown in with people that were just way better than me. And the fact that I can get in here and play. Now, it shows that I have a high combat efficiency, but all that means is I played the edges. I didn't get in there and mix it up. You take me out of there, and this is a very, I mean, look at it. The other team all went positive, and we had guys that went negative. I mean, we just captured a lot of zones. Played the objective, and this guy got a lot of zones. I'll give it to him. Props. We were just a little better. And you know what I like about this too is it was back and forth. You know, right at the end we got a little momentum and we took it over, but this felt like it was competitive. And I didn't dominate. You know, I played my life and played a little bit smarter and actually used a submachine gun once in a while when I should have. And so making some movement. But this is tolerable. That's I guess the point I would make. For a person that doesn't like PvP, this was okay. And I'm seeing this more and more. So that's a good thing. And it makes me more willing to go into it and at least get that pinnacle each week. So with that said, I think it's about enough for tonight. I want to thank you for watching. This is Iron Bill signing out.